see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. So, I'm doing this video a little bit different. I've wanted to put it out, but I'm not sure if it was right. Not sure if I should have, but I actually wanted to because it had a massive effect on me as a person, mentally and physically a little bit. But I know that this is not for anything like sympathy or anything like victim mentality or anything like that. This is the way I was thinking to now how I'm thinking. Really, what happened with my teeth? So something that I was very self-conscious about. Something I am still self-conscious about a little bit, but I don't really bother if people say stuff now. The second lockdown, so the 4th of January, the build up to it was the 4th of January, 2021, 2022, it was. The second lockdown, so I think it was 2021. And yes, it was. And basically what happened is, so January 4th, 2021, I was working at a call centre, and it weren't my calling, as people know, pardon the pun, but it weren't what I actually wanted to do. But I didn't know how to monetize. As much as I love business and love everything about like property and things like that, or trading, I didn't know how to monetize what I knew. And I'm still learning that process now. And that's what the beauty of business is. It's all about your mentality. But I was really, really stuck, and it got to the 4th of New Year, and I went out for a run. I used to do that all the time after work. Like, we used to finish work at like tea time after calls, but it was second lockdown, everyone's working at home and everyone was stressed. The call centre was packed, absolutely packed. And I just went for a run. And that run probably changed my whole entire course on life, to be fair. The whole entire perspective on life, should I say. It wasn't that really dramatic. But I went for a run, and as I was running, came back. So I went forward, round about just a 5k run, simple as all. Went running, back round, and as I came back on myself, across a dual carriageway, there was a small dual carriageway and I'll do a little diagram of it, so people can see an example of it. And then there was a bus stop, and at that bus stop, I thought the bus lane carried all the way through. Turns out it didn't. So what happened is that the bus was at the side, the bus lane stopped. There was a massive row of cars, and the bus lane, and where it stopped a little bit further, was fully empty, totally empty. So I went running, stopped, looked, it was all red, all the lights was red, the queue was massive. So I went in between the cars. As I've got to the 3rd or 4th step, a car's come out of traffic, took me straight out, straight off my feet, went up in the air, landed on my face, got back up. My teeth all fell out, so there was like, the top ones all fell out, the bottom ones crumbled, I had a big gash there, broke my nose was all broke, and my head was all cut there. I'll put some pictures up of what happened, and basically, you've got an IT band in your leg, that stiffened up bad, like that was really, really tough to walk and things like that, but luckily, no broken bones, anything from the shoulders down. So yeah, got off pretty lightly. But as I got up, spat my teeth out, and I'll put some pictures up throughout this. You might have seen some pictures already. But what it basically did is it changed my entire mentality, because I was actually planning to leave the job then. I was planning to leave the job. That's why I went for a run. And I was saying to my partner, shall I just leave? Shall I just leave? Like, I'll figure something else out. Like, it's not mentally right. And then that happened. And my whole entire life, I went into this massive shell. I went into this scared, fear shell where I was being someone else on the outside, but actually, mentally, I was broken. Physically broken. I thought my partner was going to leave every minute. I couldn't, my anxiety, panic attacks. I couldn't sleep. I didn't know how I was going to be successful because I thought that was it. Like, my mindset went into this really weak, really strange place. Really strange place. And then, because I was actually, I think it was about a week before, me and my partner actually planned on doing something called Life of KN, YouTube channel, where we filmed, and we actually filmed the first bit, but we said, let's re-film it because it's not good. And I'll do it the following week, and the following week was when I had the accident. So, yeah, I couldn't eat right, and things like that. I lost a lot of weight, and what basically happened is that the call centre, that worked brilliant. Apps while I was off, fantastic. But instead of me looking at success and what I can do, I looked at everything. My only focus was sorting out my teeth. My only focus was sorting out my teeth. And what basically happened was, I had no teeth. So this bit's a denture. So anyone that knows, dentures, really awkward to put in, really horrible at times. But you just get used to them. Your mind just gets used to them. I basically went on a mission to speak to 3 or 4 specialists because I thought I was going to win the claim. So I went through my solicitors, no win, no fee, all that jazz. I thought I was going to win the claim. And time went on. The police took ages to come back with a response. And a year later, never won the claim. I found out a year later that I didn't win the claim. I was waiting because all the specialists that I saw, there was like 25 grand, 5 grand, 50 grand. Like 50 grand. Sort my teeth out to smile better. On an accident that weren't my fault, was my fault. Should I have took responsibility? Strange one. Come out of that traffic at a very fast pace to hit me and knock me off my feet. Hit me that hard. I've not gone into the car, I've gone over the car. I'm not gonna say someone, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah. A car or someone's teeth. Like someone's insecurities. I don't really know. It's not really for me to say, obviously. But I lost the case. They said it was my responsibility. They said it was my fault, all in. It was my fault. Yeah, they said that I didn't have no reflective clothing on when I had a little bit, and it was under the light, and it was in the middle of traffic, so there was car lights there. Like, I was quite visible, like just shy of 6 foot, if not 6 foot. My partner would say otherwise. What it does to your mind, anything like that, and what it basically did to me was put me in this fear place, because after knowing that I weren't going to get the money for the fixing my teeth, I was like, right, okay. Then I went into this place of, right, let me protect everyone around me. Let me make sure everyone else is all right, then I'll be all right. And life don't work like that, in my opinion. Life does not work like that. I believe you can try that for as long as you want, but unless the people around you aren't willing to put in the work to be happy for themselves, you will never. You can put things in place, but you have to put you in place first. Like, and then once you're all right, and once you're moving, your actions should be improving them anyway, if that makes sense. And I was doing the opposite. Like, I got an office too quick. I didn't think about the house, didn't think about kids, things like that. And then when I did think about kids, like halfway through after finding out, I was like, right, life's too short. So then we were thinking about kids, and we should have really just settled down, just calmed everything down. I sold the house. I sold my other van. I just went into this massive, like, sell, organise, regroup, sell, build, grow, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work, and it was. And now I feel like this year, 2024, regrouped, understanding what I need to do and how I need to build this, and the channel is like saving grace. To be fair, feels weird saying that because of how insecure I am about my teeth. But I don't. By the way, you can comment, you can say whatever you want. Like, I'm not saying I'm with teeth. I'm gonna be like bloody Brad Pitt, but it's just smiling knowing that people aren't, like, when I had no teeth, people would just look at your teeth. People look at your teeth. Like, people just look at my teeth and weren't even talking to me. And then I'm talking about properties and talking about business and trading and things like that, and they just look straight through me and want to know about my teeth. So my first conversation with anyone was, yes, I've had an accident. Like, I understand you keep looking at my teeth. Like, I've had an accident. Don't worry. I've had an accident. And yeah, it became a little bit mind-numbing. I'm still insecure and I will be sorting them out. I'm looking at different options. I'm looking to travel to Dubai to see a specialist for that. Because I've got to have 2 surgeries. The bone basically broke in the top of my mouth. So I've got to have, so where your teeth hold in, my teeth came down and then it snapped the bone that holds them in. So I've got to have that replaced, and I've got to have the teeth replaced. But I want something that's going to be long term, so it's something that I am looking towards like early 2025 is when I'd like to start the process fully, as in like surgery and things like that again. Because I also got very worried about surgery. Like, surgery is not what I wanted, especially in the last couple of years. Did not want surgery at all. Did not want the letdown, the problems, the infections that can happen massively in your mouth with all the food and things like that. And yeah, but now I'm ready. Now I want to get it sorted. I want to do a full journey on it. That's why I'm doing part of this. But yeah, I had to reflect on who I was. So my family was really good, like, from all sides of my family, really, really good with help. Like, speaking to me, understanding, helping. Like, I was really struggling at the start to eat and things like that. They was bringing food round that I could eat, and there was drinks and all sorts of that. There was just massive help. Yeah, massively grateful. I think it was, yeah, about 18 months ago. When I sold the house, sold everything, I kept thinking that I was ill. Like, I kept thinking that I was ill from it. And what I basically did was, I went and had basically body MOT done. And my body was fine. My blood results came back fine. I paid a lot of money for it. My blood results came back fine, absolutely fine. It was all in my head. It was all in my head. I was getting like pain on my chest, and it all just spiraled from the accident, and it was just constant. And then the guy put me on to my therapist. So now, as a man, can't speak for women out there, but as a man, we're told not to speak. It's weak if you speak. If you're weak, if you go and need to see someone and things like that. Let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right the fuck now. If you need help and you're not all right, go speak to someone. It might not be anyone who you've known before. You might need a specialist. You might need a therapist. You might not be able to afford one. But go speak to one of these clubs, one of these local clubs that. So I went and got a behavioural therapist. So I went and got a CBT specialist.
and cognitive behavioral therapists. What they basically do is to help you with the words that you're saying to yourself in your subconscious, help you think about different things. So help you think about life in a different way. Help you think about your environment, help you think about and how to reorganize your thoughts. Now, I started off with once a week. I really needed it because I was in a bad way. Then I went to once every 2 weeks. Then I went to once every 3 weeks. Now I'm at once a month. Now I might miss a month. Now I'm at every 6 weeks, for example. And amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't speak highly of Lisa, my therapist. Like, never met her in person, only over Zoom. And just having that outlet every month, like I said, every month, it's just powerful. It's really, really, really powerful to just say how I feel. And I know that no judgment's going to come. I know that there's going to be no ignorance. I'm there for that hour to speak about anything that I'm feeling at that time. And yeah, I believe that that's guiding me through quite a large portion, quite a large percentage of my month or my week or my thoughts towards the next month. And it's basically molded into what I can allow and what I'm not allowing. Because like I said, my emotional threshold now is so much higher to do this, to have the resilience to do this, because there might be someone going through this, or there might be someone going through something else, and they might take motivation from this. What I realised if you're watching someone else, you're either going to take motivation or you're not. Just if you're not, find someone else. There will be someone who you connect with. There will be someone. The only reason why you're not winning or you're not handling things in the right way is purely because of how your perspective and how you're seeing things. So me, I was seeing things as though I was the victim. I was seeing things as though I was the problem. I was seeing things as though all eyes were on my teeth. All eyes were on my face. When I went out or did something happen, I went into this massive shell where it just weren't working, just affecting everyone around me, and not in a positive way, because I was putting everyone to the test. And it doesn't work. Like, life doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. And you need someone who you can connect with, that you can speak or you can relate to. Like, might be on YouTube, might be on Instagram, TikTok, Reels, or it might be a person in your mentor, it might be your parents, might be your partner. Like, whoever that is, whoever that inspiration is, I believe that's what you need in your life. Like, I took a lot from YouTube, so I watch a lot of people, Christian Guzman, Alex Amose, like people like Ray Dalio, Tony Robbins, the obvious ones, Gary Vaynerchuk, people like that. Because there's not many people in business. There's not many people in business where I'm from. There's not many people wanting to build an asset management company. There's not many people that get into logistics and wanting to build it up. There's not many people that do that. So being around them people makes it worth it. And being around the CBT coach means that I'm paying into myself, allows me to start the logistics so I can set the example for the family. And because what I was doing is I was putting all the emphasis on my partners. So my partner, all the emphasis. She needed to clean, do the business, build a business up. But she's not that person that's wanting to do that. Like, you've got to want to develop. Like, you've got to want to build up. You've got to want to change. If not, like, I had to stop complaining. I had to stop complaining. I wasn't changing anything. I was making it worse. Well, I made a lot of money on the house. I made a lot of money. And I basically put it all to show that I was doing all right, but mentally I was struggling. So my emotional threshold, don't matter how many clients came in, don't matter what happened, I was struggling. So how can I win? How can you win? Doesn't matter how big you get, doesn't matter how small you are right now, doesn't matter where you're sat in the middle. if you can't allow yourself to win, doesn't matter what you do, you're always going to see yourself as a failure. Always. Now, what I realised is these business people are just loving being in the game. Like, just be in the game. Like me, getting up on Monday mornings, I'm just loving being able to get up and trade, getting up and film content, getting up and, right, okay, what job am I going to get? Right, South Yorkshire to where? Right, Manchester to where? Birmingham to where? Oh, I'm going to Oxford University today. Like, that's the game for me. That's the game. I'm outbidding someone. I'm outworking someone. I'm doing 500 miles this week. I'm doing 3,000 miles this week. That's the game. That's what you're against. So yeah, just building this up now, and let's get it. Like I said it many times. Let's keep it. No, right. So yeah, I've got a new mission statement as well for the business, and the business mission statement is: I want to set the example of all things possible. Let's set the example of what's possible for the mission, for the business, for this asset management company, for the logistics. If you're a courier driver and you want to make X amount of pounds, let's see if it's possible. Let's try it. Like, you don't get anywhere in life just coasting with whatever changes and whatever happens. Like, let's do it. Let's do this. So yeah, let's make it. Let's keep it. See ya.